What do you mean we have to do it? Hey, everybody, I'm Pastor Nicole. Welcome to our Midweek Moment. This week we are talking about the feeding of the 5,000, and we looked at the version that's found in the Gospel of Luke. And every time I read that version of that story, when the disciples asked Jesus, "Oh, what do? We should let these people go so that they can find food." And Jesus' response to them hits me in the heart every time, right? He says, "You go and feed them." And I could just imagine how the disciples responded to that they were probably like just freaking out. How are we going to feed all these people? What are you talking about? We did not have enough food and we don't have enough money to buy them food. And where would we buy it from? And I could just think about all the questions and the doubts and like the Jesus has lost his mind thoughts that they are having, right? But what happens in the story? The disciples do feed the crowd, right? They gather what they have, 5 loaves of bread, 2 fish, and Jesus tells them, sit people down in groups of 50. He takes that bread and that fish, he breaks it and blesses it and multiplies it. And then the disciples are then out there feeding the crowd of over 5,000 people. It's really, truly an incredible story. And one that we need to live into in our lives because God asked us to do things. And sometimes we're like the disciples and we start like making the list of questions and thinking God has lost God's mind if God thinks I could do this, right? Ever been there? I have. But we have to remember this story because Jesus doesn't just tell the disciples, go feed them and then walks away. No, he's there with them, right? He tells them what to do. He instructs them on how to move forward. He blesses the food so that it will multiply. He's there with them as they pass it out into the crowd. And the same is true for us. If God is calling us to do something, we should say yes. But in saying yes, we should realize that God is not going anywhere. God is right there with us. He's going to give us guidance and direction moving forward if we're willing to listen. He's going to bless what we have been asked to do. And he's just going to be there as it all plays out. We're not on our own when God asks us to do something. We have the power of the Holy Spirit helping us to do what God has asked us to do. And so still today, we are asked to feed people, to clothe the naked, to visit the sick and imprisoned, to take care of one another, to love our neighbors. That means all people, to love people. And God is calling us to do those things in many different ways. But as he is calling us, he is equipping us to do the work. He's showing us what to do. He's telling us how to do it. And he's blessing what we're doing. And so anytime you feel that call from God and you think, no, sir, can't do it, take a breath, say a prayer, and realize you're not alone. And that if Jesus is asking you to do something, Jesus is going to help you do it. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.